Hi, I'm Tori Hagaman. I wanted to talk with you just for a minute today about fear and anxiety, which may seem very off topic for an art channel, but I've had a number of artist friends say things like, one of the reasons that I enjoy art is it gives me a place to check out, to find peace, to not be to escape from my problems for a little bit. And it just feels like lately I've heard more people talk about how anxious and worried that they are, particularly with everything that's going on in the world. And I wanted to throw out two scriptures for you to consider. One is from 2 Timothy, where God said, I did not give you a spirit of fear, but I gave you a spirit of power and love and a sound and disciplined mind. The other scripture that comes to mind from Isaiah, God said, I will keep you in perfect peace if you will keep your mind stayed on me. I used to have stick-em notes all over my house. I just have one at my back door now, and it says, what am I thinking about right now? And it would just sort of, you get used to seeing them after a while, but when I first put them up, I was so surprised. I'd see that note and I think, oh my gosh, I was having such a critical thought or such a depressing thought or such a fearful thought. I didn't realize how negative my thoughts were if I wasn't being very purposeful about what I was thinking about. And when you think about it, with just the shift of a thought, you can go from being happy to sad, from being hopeful to being anxious. And I just want to challenge you a little bit today, as I'm challenging myself, to take control over what I'm thinking about and not cooperating with dark thoughts, depressing thoughts, fearful thoughts that are of the enemy, but cooperating and putting in my heart the thoughts that are God thoughts, that are hopeful, that are attached to His promises. And you may say, well, I just don't have, if you knew what was going on in my life, I don't have any hopeful thoughts to latch on to. There are plenty of promises in the Bible. You can even Google promises of God in Scripture and you'll get pages of things. Find what jumps out to you and start talking to God about that promise. Maybe it's a promise about provision or for healing, whatever it is that you need, and give God place in your thoughts to change you from being worried and fearful and anxious to being full of hope and joy. I am just on a quest. I'm just determined that I'm not going to live in a fearful, anxious place, but I'm going to live in a place of joy and peace. And I believe that's available for all of God's people if we will cooperate with Him, be mindful of what we're thinking about, and give our thoughts to the Lord and not give place to the enemy. So I encourage you in that today. Maybe you can put some stick-em notes in your home as well.